Hey, what's up guys, it's C here and welcome back to another RTS video. This time I'm going to be quickly talking about World Champions and give some feedback to the developers to hopefully improve the World Champions experience in previous of the last one, because I am sure that many has different opinions on this. So that's why I would highly appreciate that everybody that's watching this video comments and says what they think about the war, because together I believe that we can make the best World Champions experience as a whole. So anyways, I'm gonna get to a few points here, but before I do that, I want to quickly say congratulations to Walkers for winning undefeated, and congrats to Immortals, and as well as A and B for a new beginning for the top 3. You guys did very well this war, and it has been very fun to face you guys, as I was placed 4th this war. It was a really fun war, but either way, I'm gonna get to point number 1 right now. Okay, so let's start with some minor issues here. The leader bug is still here. If you don't know what I mean by this, is if you attack a camp, and it will sometimes say it would be a Ezekiel leader, so you take in your prepped team there, and all of a sudden, it's a Pamela leader. For some reason, the game doesn't change the leader. I don't know what has caused this. I'm fairly certain it has to do something with the war defense option. And for some reason, it kind of just doesn't change the leader, so you can't really see what you're going up against. So you don't see the leader, which is kind of an issue, because then you're kind of taking a prepped team to only get completely demolished, which doesn't really come in your favor. So either way, that's a small bug, but I'm sure it will be fixed eventually. So number 2, let's be real here and say that the rewards were kind of boring. They weren't exactly as exciting for me. I'm sure that many people has been coming to World Champions to expect a lot of rewards, and some of them being unique, some others being, a little bit less unique than others. But as a whole, this World Champions didn't really reward much besides gold tokens. And on top of that, you got, what else? You did get some good rewards if you leveled up Romanov, but this wasn't really stated before, so I don't think everybody actually leveled him up. So that was a complete surprise out of the blue. I would have appreciated if it was a little bit more info regarding that, so that I know that you can expect to actually get rewarded for leveling up this exclusive character of the season. But going forward, I'm fairly certain that everybody will now, just because if you actually maxed Romanov, you got a bunch of bonus stuff, which I would have also appreciated to have, but I didn't get everything because I didn't get Limit Break 3. But either way, back to rewards. Milestones, very bad in general. Previous World Champions, you've been getting Platinum boxes, I think, if I remember it correctly. Even those were better than the ones that we had this war. I think you rewarded like 4,000 gold tokens for hitting 400k, which is very low amounts. It's not even enough for a pull. It's not even half of a pull for reaching the max milestone, or the highest milestone. So kind of disappointing milestones. And placement, I don't think they're that fun, as I've said before. But there are some ideas that we can change this, either by buffing the amount of tokens to let's say maybe 150k for first, 120 for second, and like 110k for third, and so forth. Just a little bit more tokens. This was actually buffed due to feedback, but I don't think it's really enough for all the blood, sweat, and tears that everybody went through. So I do think that the rewards does need some overhaul there. There's a suggestion that I got from one of my fellow factionmates, and he said that maybe a World Champions exclusive toon, you get copies depending on your rank, and also based off milestones. So you put maybe one character at 200k, another one at 300k, and another one at like, let's say 400k, and you get copies for placements as well. Maybe 5 for a win, maybe 4 for 2 to 3, 3 for 3 to 10. I mean, that isn't exact 4 to 10. I mean, around there. This is just a suggestion. If you'd like to balance that one out, you maybe can give 2 in the milestones, and give upwards to 5 for a win. But yeah, it would be more exciting to straight up get a character, even though this character can be, you know, designed kind of poorly, just, you know, for the feeling of actually being a worthwhile toon. But it would actually, you know, bump up something so that you're actually fighting for something instead of like dupes. There was a pretty funny comment that someone said that you're just gonna get a bunch of gilded bits, which isn't really that fun to, you know, spend your weekend to get. So yeah, that's what I think about the rewards in general. Okay, next up, unclear rules. So when the war started, there was a bunch of talk that you couldn't really drop, but it turned out that you can actually drop as long as you don't repair to actually feed points. And I'm not really sure if it's actually bannable if you. And this is what I'm meaning by unclear rules. Is it bannable that one guy repairs just to delay, or is it like if the whole faction does it but still drops? Is that considered feeding? It was very unclear, and I would love some clarification on that next time. And I am sure that this will, of course, be fixed or well communicated more properly next time, because I'm sure that these rules kind of came really quickly, came out of nowhere. So I'm sure that I'm really hoping that it does kind of get more clarified next time, so that yeah, there's no miscommunication there. But I'm just bringing it up. Okay, so let's talk about the main problem of the war. The main problem, and as I have it in the thumbnail, it has been the most slowest weekend I've ever experienced in my whole life playing this game. It has been very slow, and it has been at one point it became kind of annoying to keep facing the same team. Uh, we eventually started giving up against walkers because there's no point. The team just stalls so long, it's not even worth fighting, which actually led us to dropping, and it was a pretty good choice in the end. But that's not the point. The whole point being is that everybody on the team gets a maximum amount of a bonus HP due to Davy. Davy was the absolute biggest problem in this World Champions yet. And there's of course also side supporting characters there, like Lao Po, who could taunt 3 people with a 60% chance. Of course, it doesn't exactly ruin the attack 100%, but that can sometimes delay you enough to the point where Davy again just gives everybody 100% bonus HP off of turn 1. So already there you're fighting people with over 600k health in total, and you just started the match, and it's kind of just doesn't really make it fun. I'm sure, I do believe that war should be fast, strategy, and towers. That's what I believe the war should be, not fight the same guy for 3 minutes straight, and I'm sure you maybe killed one, if you're lucky, maybe one camp. So I do believe that this could be fixed either by fixing Overheal 2 or bringing some kind of normalized leader, but I'm pretty sure that would kind of be overpowered. I'm not quite sure, but I think Overheal 2 is the main issue that is in the game right now, because I don't believe that it's fighting against a team that has over 600k health of turn 1 is a fun experience, and I'm sure that everybody does not want to face this. So either way, looking into that would be very good. Otherwise, there's also another character that kind of ruined the experience as well, that being Andre. He was a big pain this weekend, I have to say. But then again, I'm not saying that Payback is broken, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying throwing it out there that I do believe that more normalize should be in the game besides being Titan. And that's pretty much my point. I do not believe that, you know, Andre as a whole is a problem. I just think the payback role is, or the payback specialist skill is kind of a problem, just because there isn't enough normalize in the game. Back in S classes, normalize wasn't really that big, or well, payback wasn't that big of an issue, just because there was Princess that was available to everybody, and she normalized 3 people for free turn, I believe. 3 turns, I'm not quite sure. But then again, that was kind of a kind of an OP character. I'm not saying that we should be bringing out 3 different, or maybe like 3 normalizers in the game, but I'm saying that there could be more characters that could do normalize to speed up the attacks a little bit more than what they already are, because I don't believe that attacks are fast enough. So anyways, that is pretty much it. I don't have much more to say. Once again, congrats to Walkers. I am very happy that they did well this weekend. And I have to, of course, congratulate everybody that got into World Champions in the first place. And until next time, guys, see ya.